Alright, and it looks like we are about ready to roll around in the ball. It is time for Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania with iswimfly. Take it away, and good luck.
Hello, everybody. I'm iswimfly. I'm going to be playing Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania as the obligatory Super Monkey Ball run of the marathon. This is no longer the newest game in the franchise. Banana Rumble came out in the summer of last year. But this is a faithful recreation of Super Monkey Ball 1, 2, and Deluxe. It'll feature stages from Super Monkey Ball 2 for the run I'm doing. I'll be doing Story Mode All Worlds, which is a 100-stage marathon. There'll be a couple things that we'll get into during the run, but I would like to mention that I'm playing with mods. Just a couple ones that really increase the quality of life for marathon runs and runs in general. And with that, one of the mods that I am playing with is a custom character loader, which allows for custom models to be loaded into the game for characters and bananas. So with that, we have a bid war for which character I'll be playing as. So which character will I be playing?
So something ridiculous just happened. Maddie Inc. donated $103, saying both options are good, I will leave it up to another intrepid donator. That tied Miku and Godzilla, but at the last minute, I have Newt sent in $5 saying Lizard Mom less than 3, so somehow, someway, we got Godzilla in the ball, and you will be playing as Godzilla.
Alright.
I can't believe they fit that whole creature in a ball, that's ridiculous.
It did. Fun fact about Godzilla, Godzilla is one of the current 3 guest character DLCs in Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. Shoutouts to Deadline for backporting these characters into Banana Mania. So we have the crewmate, who is the latest DLC, came out this week. Godzilla and Hatsune Miku, who are all from Rumble, alongside a couple custom other ones like Samba de Amigo and Steve Minecraft and Yoko. But shoutouts to Deadline for putting all those together and backporting the Rumble characters. So, all right, Godzilla it is. I'm ready to get started. So, time will start as soon as I select the stage here. Are we good to go?
Yeah, we are. Go right ahead.
All right, and 3, 2, ready, go.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you. Immediately, there is a difference between this game and the originals that it is based off of. In this game, holding cardinal directions is the strongest way to move your character, holding up, down, left, and right directly, as opposed to doing diagonals and wall boosting. They just kind of streamlined it and made it a little more, I'll say, intentional, because diagonals were not really the intended way to play the game, but now this is the proper way. Godzilla is in the non-binary ball. That is another mod that I'm using called the True Ball Customizer, which allows for customized balls to be put on characters that normally would not get them. You can see that Godzilla is collecting trains as opposed to bananas, which is another part of the custom character loader. There is one mod that I'll talk about if we have to use it, but I don't think we'll have to use it. So that's really it for mods right now. Other than that, kind of just basic monkey ball gameplay of put the monkey, or in this case the Godzilla, in the goal. There we go. That is a neat little clip that is not consistent, but is very nice when I hit it.
I was gonna say, the game is nice to you there. That strat destroys me.
This game is non-deterministic. It runs on Unity's Delta time, so calculations are not always the same when it comes to physics in this game. So for things like that, where I was just holding up, it is not guaranteed to be the same outcome every single time. One other thing about this game is the manual camera. You can see the input display up and to the right of my face cam, I believe. There are 2 control sticks up there. The one with the monkey controls the tilt of the stage, or controls the tilt of gravity. And the one on the right controls the camera in this game. There is one technique that is known as cam locking, where if I hold the camera perfectly down, the camera will not move from behind Godzilla. That was a little risky. I'm not used to cam locking that. But it will be used to normalize some strategies and get some lineups going pretty easily for myself. This is a pretty tricky strat right here. Gotta slide down, roll over, and launch all the way to the bottom. And for a try, that is that is a tricky strat that when I'm actually doing runs of this category kind of kills a lot of my attempts.
Yeah, that's like the first really scary strat in the run.
Yeah. There are a couple others throughout the first few worlds, but that is probably one of the worst ones because it's also just like a 9-second strategy as opposed to like a 5-second depth. That's really about it until the middle of World 2. So
Yeah, well, while you're
you know,
playing
take a
Curve
break.
Bridge, I do want to talk about the Sonic 06 story choice bid war, because that is coming up relatively soon as well. Um, of course, all three stories are available: Shadow, Silver, and Sonic. Currently, Shadow is in the lead with $5. Silver and Sonic have nothing. But yeah, that is looking to hopefully be a very competitive bid war. So get your donations in for that. We have until the beginning of the Sonic 06 run to determine which character's story at Focus Site will be playing.
All right. Well, now we're into World 2. One thing I should mention that I kind of forgot to is that the music that you hear from the game is a custom music pack called Musical Monkey Madness, where a bunch of content creators and just music creators in general got together and remixed a bunch of songs all throughout the original Monkey Ball series from the games that are beloved and some that aren't, and put it together one year for a collection that just overhauls all of the music in this game. It's all really well done, so I'm using that as well. Most of the mods that I'm using in this run are legal for actual speedruns. There's one that isn't, which is just healthier for a marathon setting, which just allows me to retry stages in a faster way. It's not allowed in normal runs, but in a marathon setting where if something goes wrong and I need to reset, it just makes it faster, so it just helps with the estimate.
Yeah, we'll get into exactly why that's being used if it becomes necessary. Hopefully, it's not necessary. Fantastic coaster, by the way. Oh my gosh, what the heck?
This is not that easy.
No, it's not.
That isn't a first straight shot. Cool. Okay.
And a good
That's
bumpy
another
check as well.
stage
Wow.
that is, yeah, that is not a consistent stage or a consistent strat. So hitting that and as well as that went was really nice.
Yeah, this game is kind of a bully sometimes. That especially might become apparent on this next level, where if you're going fast enough, sometimes the goalposts will just destroy you, even if you are not anywhere near them.
Yeah, the
So
physics get a little bit silly sometimes.
yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen here.
It might. Nope, we're good.
Wow, that was brave. You full sent it.
Well, I've discovered that like holding neutral when going into the goal generally helps.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes
So
sense.
I was holding up till about when I entered the goal.
And that
That is
strat absolutely
a
rules.
fun strat. That's an example of using cam lock to just hold the camera in place and adjust my my tilt stick.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun
Another
strategy that involves just getting clipped by one of those discs and just launching myself through the entire stage.
Gosh, I forgot how cool this run is. It really is just like Monkey Ball 2 story mode in an alternate universe. It's awesome.
A little bit, yeah.
There's so many cool strats that are not possible in Monkey Ball 2 that are possible in this game, whether it's due to different cycles, different physics, or both.
Nice simple alternative. And we're into World 3.
I'd say World 3 is where things really start getting ridiculous, but honestly, that's World 2, but it keeps going in World 3.
Yeah, World 3 has a lot of interesting strats, though, so I definitely see where you're coming from.
Absolutely. It's like World 2 is the warm-up, and then World 3 is really where this
things
run
get
starts
super
getting really
interesting.
cool.
There's a strat coming up that we can start to talk about now because we kind of have to talk about loading.
Yes.
There are two different types of loads in this game. If you notice, when I load into a stage, that big spin around plays and it like shows the text that says the game mode, the world I'm in, the stage, and all that. That is what we call first load. It is actually slightly different. Animations and cycles and just general physics of the stage will be a little bit different between first load and second load. So it allows for certain strats to happen on first load, where second load is anything that happens after first load, because first load, you'll see that spin in. Every load after that, you will just like kind of drop in from where the camera ends. So this strat is only possible on first load. I'm going to just lose focus on the game by pressing my Windows key to go down to that specific frame, 5936. Look for this bounce. Bounce in
Yes.
and
Oh my gosh. First try. Let's go.
triples. First try.
That's awesome.
This is crazy.
This run is absurd so far.
Oh well.
Oh,
This
he's
could be a
getting
little
all
slow,
over. That's
but
okay.
fun.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal.
As long as I don't die, I feel good. There we go.
That dribbles was ridiculous. I'm impressed.
That strat is relatively new. It is a combined effort of myself and Helix, actually.
Yeah.
Helix found that second bounce that takes you straight to the goal. I originally found the bounce up from the dribble that will get you over in that direction. There was a simpler strat before where you'd land on a safer part of the stage and just kind of roll and play like the second half of that stage. But Helix found a bounce that, while much less safe, is much faster.
It's so
And hitting
difficult.
Hitting that first try in a marathon is really cool.
Yeah, it is very,
Not
very
bad,
difficult. One of the most difficult strats in this round, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's another run killer. I would agree with that. Especially because it only works on first load, so if you lose, you either have to back out to the menus if you really want to keep the run alive, or just reset. Because it only works the first time you enter the stage.
Yep. Because for some reason, cycles act slightly differently on first and second load. It's very annoying.
Oh, okay. Well, now you're gonna see second load for the first time, like 29 stages in. There we go. All right.
I'm surprised the party ball didn't own you that time either.
That was fine. The first one was a little far forward.
Yeah, party ball in this game is weird. If you're familiar with the original Monkey Ball games, you'll know it is a force to be reckoned with. It will absolutely destroy you. Nice clip and finish. Good stuff. But in this game, the party ball is much nicer. It does still kill you, but sometimes if you like fly into it, it just kind of stops your momentum and sets you down gently in front of the goal. It's very funny.
Yeah, it's very nice. Might be able to force it here, just so you can see what we're talking about. Oh, no. Oh, well.
You just ended up having a really clean finish instead.
Yeah. Just kind of landed perfectly in. This is a very intimidating stage casually because you just kind of have to stop on the highlighted parts there. But speedrunners just kind of go through.
Yep.
And
just like Monkey Ball 2, there's a
up.
setup to just full send it.
Beehive is another fun stage that looks intimidating and is surprisingly tricky. But get the right hits. Yeah, it's simple enough. I debated doing the party ball thing again there, just to show it, but I don't want to play that stage again. There are probably safer examples later in the run.
This level's cool. This strat is not possible in Monkey Ball 2, but with this game's increased top speed, you can just kind of ignore the maze entirely.
I got a little squished there and pushed forward. Triangle holes, another stage that, assuming I don't get screwed over by deterministic physics, should just be a hold up. But every now and again, something goes wrong. Looks like it didn't. Very cool.
Yeah, there's like a 1% chance that you just get owned on the hold up strat there for some reason.
I'm going to attempt probably the hardest goal in the entire game, just because I can.
I'm so glad you're going for it. No way. No shot. Are you kidding me? You're playing out of your mind. Good lord.
I'm just not rusty. I don't know. I'm having a good run so far. One death into World 4. This is like a really good run. That is normally a very difficult goal to get, just period. That stage is evil in this game. They changed, just with the physics changes, and the fact that there's a top fallout plane, like if you go too high, you will top out and die. That works. That stage is very difficult. There we go.
And coin slots. Let's go.
We haven't really talked about pause strats, but that's the second pause strat you've seen in this run. There'll be a couple more down the line. There's one that I'm going to hard reset for if it takes it.
They basically just help with timing. Rebuffering in this game does not work the same way that it does in the original Monkey Ball games. There is a weird quirk with it, which will actually be beneficial to us, but we'll talk about that later.
The main thing is that pausing while moving in this game actually makes you hold neutral instead of continuing whatever input you were holding.
Yeah.
So rebuffering does not truly work in this game the same way it does in the originals, like Helix said. But that is why.
Yeah. But on stages where you just hold neutral and then roll forward, like on dribbles, you can rebuffer at the start of the stage.
Yep.
Since you're already holding neutral.
It's a little risky, but we'll see. Yeah, okay. It's bound to happen somewhere. Alright, I'll just play this safe. I'll wait another second.
This is like the one hard strat that you don't do.
Yeah, it's just one that I never really got comfortable with. I don't like round collision in this game.
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
fair. You can do something very risky and shave a couple seconds off by getting on the right wall and just throwing yourself at the goal before it's really on top of the stage.
Yeah.
Quite risky.
Alright, wormhole is up. This is a strat that is not consistent, but really funny if I hit it. No, okay.
Almost.
You can just get up to the top there. It is not consistent. We have not found a way to do it. I have found a couple setups that help, but it is not consistent in any way, shape, or form. I believe it's in my world record right now. I don't remember.
I don't
but
remember either.
There's a couple normalized setups that help, but nothing that guarantees you get that, and it is a huge time save if you do. I don't believe it's necessary for world record, considering the fact I don't even remember if it's in it.
Probably not. World record in this game is very good and very
Thank you.
difficult to beat because of how inconsistent this game can be at times, just with the collision weirdness.
Yeah. Worth mentioning
It
that I
is-
do hold the world record with a 31:06, 05, I don't know, somewhere around. Like, it's a low 31. Maybe a 31:01, I don't remember. It's been a minute.
I'll check for you.
I got world record like right after Banana Rumble came out. I was trying to push for it right as Banana Rumble came out. It took me a few tries afterward, but eventually it did come.
It is a 3101.
Also, I thought it was lower. Save it.
Oh, you're fine. Nice.
Yeah, normally you're
I
supposed
have
to
a-
wait for those beads to just kind of form a staircase and pause, but nah, that's slower. I'd rather just jump through.
I have a 3116, so we have first and third place in this category.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there are 2 world record holders of this category in the call right now.
Yeah. World 5 is a bit more tame compared to 3 and 4.
Yeah, there's a
Which
couple
is-
stages here that are just kind of slow. They're still cool, because like it's just movement, but relatively slower. This is just like really fine movement. Nothing really like crazy happening. Next world is where things really pick up. World
Yep.
6 is cool, and then from World 8 on is really cool. There's a couple stages in World 7 that are kind of duds, so I don't really like World 7 as a result, but there are some, like, it's a high and low kind of world. So the rest of the run's going to be really interesting, pretty much from here on out.
Yeah. While you're finishing up World 5, I do want to quickly shout out Japanese Restream. They actually reached out to us to restream this marathon, which is awesome, so thank you so much, Japanese Restream. We're very grateful for all of their work to bring marathons like ours to a larger audience, and you can find their Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Japanese_Restream.
Come on, Godzilla. Huge.
Nice.
That's another stage that just isn't consistent. Like, some of the time you just get a bounce that doesn't really work in your favor, and you have to adapt, but that was thankfully pretty easy. That was pretty simple. Alright, wait it out. And Godzilla is moving on to World 6, where there's a lot of cool strategies, including the first one. Combination has a really cool strat here. Oh, and I messed it up. Saved it. We're good.
Alright then.
Not the intended way to do that, but you know what? I'll take it.
It works.
It's the death count under 3? I think I've only got 2.
You might be right.
Although there's a stage coming up here that might
Yeah.
change that. Another run killer right here.
One of the most
Form of
important
opera.
strats in this run.
There's a strategy that involves basically skipping the last 2 rings. And that's it.
Beautiful.
Very
Well
nice.
done.
That is
I just-
much harder to do than it looks because hitting the wrong part of those stairs can just completely screw you over. So doing that first try, another one of those strats that just feels really good to for the fans, I'm gonna try it once. This is Tears, where the fastest path is the red goal. So I will give it one shot. See how it goes. Oh, I got a little greedy.
That was pretty solid. That was a good.
You know what? One more. It got halfway. That felt
yeah.
good. I think I'm killing estimate right now. So yeah, there we go.
Yes, the second try on that is pretty good.
Second try red gold Tears is still crazy.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Another one of the hardest goals in the game. Green goal is about the same speed, honestly. It's only like a second or two slower. So it is perfectly viable if you're looking for that time-wise.
Nice fast clips,
time save. Yeah, that one's a beautiful one.
I just now noticed Godzilla's collectibles are what are those trains?
Yeah, the trains.
That's awesome.
It's the same as Banana Rumble, but I believe Deadline did a custom blue texture. I could be wrong on that.
I think so.
And I'm gonna play this safe. I don't feel like messing with detours right now. Oh, fun fact: this stage has a spelling error. It is supposed to be detour instead of detours.
Yeah.
In challenge mode, it's fine, but in story mode, it has an S.
They made some typos in this game. It's strange.
Uh-oh.
No, there you go.
Oh, live.
Oh, okay.
Still probably faster than retrying.
I think it's about the same, honestly.
I have to remember. It's right here, right? It's not.
Oh.
Alright. That was evil. Why is Switch in front of the one that's doing me in? This is unexpected.
Awful stage. I hate this level.
There we go.
There we go.
A little bit of extra switch hitting there. Activated everything at once, but we're through. Ready? Well, this is another stage that is load dependent. So on first load, this is a very cool strategy. Just kind of throwing it straight to the end there.
Nice.
And
that's another one where the goalposts can distract you.
Yeah. I found holding neutral helps. I don't know if it's just placebo or not, but I found holding neutral helps. Now we're into World 7 with a couple kind of dud stages and then a couple really cool stages. The first few are kind of slow. Obstacle's pretty cool. Obstacle's pretty cool. Hierarchy's cool. 8 bracelets is cool, but there's a couple in there that just don't do anything. Double spirals in here. Double spiral is a favorite of mine.
A least favorite of mine.
No, but double spiral's got the cool thing.
Yeah.
The cool things, actually, that I just covered. 2, 3, 4. That is a working frame. We're going to see another pause strat here. Go. Just get up on the blue goal, and then I can just kind of go in from there. This is actually a world that has 2 pause strats where you are moving when you pause.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rare occurrence. There aren't many of those in this game.
Coming up is... I believe this is Civ next, 7-5.
Should be, yeah.
They made this stage way harder. Not intentionally, but it is so much more difficult to be precise in this game with your movement, and that is very important for this level in particular. Yeah, iswimfly needs to just be perfectly centered.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. That is so difficult. You have to be perfectly in the middle there, or you will get smacked.
It's a little hard to see, but I use the camera to do that, just because the
Yeah.
camera allows for those micro adjustments a little bit easier than using the control stick, so I just love using the camera for that.
Iswimfly is going to
Pause
pause
here.
right there, abuse the fact that the game forces a brief neutral input, because that is actually the exact input we want there, is a neutral input for about a frame that makes that bounce happen.
Double Spiral is a boring auto-scroller, but it has a cool thing. Shout out to Francisco right there. there is an invisible collision that is the shape of the wormhole, the portals that you've seen on previous stages. There's just an invisible leftover collision there. There were never wormholes on this stage, so we don't know where it came from. There's a couple other invisible collisions on this stage as well. There was one right here at the end, which is kind of why I got chipped up there at the end, if you noticed a little bit. Yeah, it's just there. They're there. Don't know why, but it's there.
Yep.
Hierarchy is a fun one where you just kind of jump down to the bottom. Skip over the main gimmick of the stage. 8 bracelets is a really cool strat that is really difficult to do. There is a backup that I can do if I really get stuck. I kind of want to hit the cool fast strat. Oh, okay. But you see the idea there. Essentially, this allows me to conserve my speed into the bracelet and just kind of jump across everything. That was a lot easier.
If you've seen the strat in Monkey Ball 2, it is very similar.
Alright, I'll give this one more and then I'll give the backup if I really need to. But otherwise this run's been really good, so... Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
And we're through. Oh,
Nicely done.
now we're through. Thank you. Yeah, that one's another one of the harder strats. Probably one of the hardest strats in the late game.
Ready?
And quick turn. So yeah, that's World 7. Because I don't have to do anything here. I just get to hold up and get the perfect. That is something new to this game. There is a prize, or not really a prize, but like a distinction for when you perfect clear a stage, which is to collect all the collectibles on it. In my case, trains, but in most everyone else's case, bananas. Ooh. Can I make it?
Yeah, and it is actually a separate IL category to get perfect clears on each stage. Shout out to the IL community.
That's where I was headed, but I got screwed up on pistons. Thank you for the pickup.
Yeah, I got you.
There is a active IL community for Monkey Ball games in general. Banana Manias has been a little bit slow since the new game came out, but there's a lot of people doing it for Rumble right now. Rumble has a lot of different ILs to do between just the main game, EX, Ultimate EX, Super Speed for all of those.
Super Speed, my beloved.
There's a lot of individual levels. Right. For Banana Rumble.
Yeah. And for this game too, honestly. This game has so much content.
There's a lot of content in this game, and there's a lot more content that can be made.
Every single stage in both Monkey Ball 1 and Monkey Ball 2 and Monkey Ball Deluxe, all in this game.
Nice. That is a difficult strat.
Yes, very weird.
Ready?
Alright, a couple other cool ones at the end of World 8 here. Otters is simple. Vortex is a cool pause strat. Another one where you're moving while pausing, so the it's limited in the number of frames that I can get, and I can't rebuffer. That is a working frame, so assuming that, yep, collision is nice, and we're through.
Nice. Yeah, the game has to be nice to you for that one.
The nice thing about story mode is that warp goals are not required. You get the same amount of progress, which is the next stage forward, no matter what goal you go in. So it's whatever goal is fastest. You've seen it a little bit already. I didn't really talk about it, but like on red goal tiers, or on tiers, the red goal is the fastest path, but it doesn't warp me forward any stages like it does in challenge mode. It is just the fastest one to get to if you play it right.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good example too. Like, there is a green goal here, but it's fastest to just hop in the blue goal.
Yep.
And yeah,
on Vortex, you can just kind of go... You go in either one sometimes. Like, some of the time you'll just see me go in the green, some of the time you just go in the blue. It doesn't matter which, though.
But, like, if you were playing Vortex in challenge mode, you would actively want the green goal, which is... kind of sucks sometimes, because it's really inconsistent to get.
Yeah.
Toss right there to help out on trampolines. Trampolines has this weird quirk where some of the cycles just straight up do not send you high enough. So that cycle avoids those. And that posture helps avoid those. Helps avoid those. Wow, English is my native language.
Is this fast enough? I think it is. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, nice.
Alright.
That's a good example of a strat that you should not do in Monkey Ball 2 because you will most likely not get collision and just fall out.
Real. Yeah, Zorping, the idea of getting, or looking for a clip and not getting one, which in the monkey ball community is known as zorping, doesn't happen as often in this game. It can happen, especially at high speeds, but at lower speeds, and notably just at higher speeds than the originals, it doesn't happen as much. Nice.
That was scary.
Zero jump in general is scary. I don't like playing it. Like, it's such a simple one in concept, but I hate it.
It's really scary in this game. Well, because normally in Monkey Ball 2, you would go for the red goal, because it's technically faster, but it's just so inconsistent in this game for some reason. You just get owned by the goalposts so often.
World 9 has a lot of cool stages in here. There's a couple coming up that are just, like, really cool in concept, and really cool in the speed run. Spinning Saw is kind of like the last tame one for a decent chunk. And even still, this one's pretty cool, just kind of holding forward and just naturally going in. It's cool. I like it. And then Chip Pipes, Flat Maze, and Guillotine are all really cool. I'm just gonna kind of pull up right, left, and go in. Just skip the entire gimmick of that stage. Flat Maze, they kind of designed this stage so you're not supposed to do what I do, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I feel like it. So by holding neutral here, I don't hit my head there. I just kind of fly in.
Nice.
That was a really good time too at 53.90. That's nasty. All right, Guillotine is one that I'm going to be resetting for. Never mind. This was a strat that I discovered and helped me get the story mode world record. Assuming that this goes well, it is a pause buffer that involves a straight 1/10 of a second being rebuffered. And there it is.
Wow, first try.
Skipping the entire gimmick of that stage. You can only pause on 90 to get that, so that is a 1-frame pause strat that requires a rebuffer of, I forget how many frames, but a 1/10 of a second on the time. 6?
I believe it's 6.
I believe you.
So that was a frame-perfect pause into 6 rebuffers.
Yeah. The rebuffers are easy. They're not hard to get.
Yes.
The rest of that strat is difficult.
Especially
Pausing initially and then the end.
Part of pausing. Yeah, it's just absurd.
And it's only first load, so hitting that in a marathon first try, again, just like really cool. There's been a lot of that this run though. It's crazy how the worst stages for me have been 8 bracelets, which I kind of get. That's a tough one. And Switch Inferno.
Switch Inferno is so funny.
I can't believe that I got bodied by Switch Inferno that hard.
The revenge of Switch Inferno. We spent all this time calling it a bad stage.
Yeah, that's what we get.
It's finally taking its revenge.
Alright. Air hockey's coming up. This is a cool one in concept. They kind of changed it around in this game, made it slower than the original, and changed the goal position. It's still a neat little stage. And then we've got World 10, and the run will wrap up. Ooh, I am way behind. Alright. See if I can get smacked here. Oop,
Oh, that almost worked.
Catch a Godzilla.
Oh, you got it.
There
You
we
got
go.
it. Nice. Nice save.
Thank you. You are faster than the air hockey if you get going to max speed, but it's very hard to get going to max speed with the air hockey like that. So by getting up on the platform, it helps.
It's dumb, because they rotated the goal on air hockey 90 degrees, and so now it is moving more side to side than it is forwards and backwards, which the whole reason it worked as a stage in the original game was because it was moving more forwards and backwards. So I don't know why they rotated it like that.
Alright, now we're into World 10 with some of the largest stage design in the entire game. Shoutouts to Gimmick. This is where we're going to see the use of the singular glitch throughout this entire run, which is one of my favorite strategies just because it is the only time we use this in a real-time setting.
Yeah, there is something very cool coming up toward the end of this world.
Talk about it when we get there, but it is very cool. There's another stage that's probably going to own me coming up in Mountain. I do not like Mountain. I struggle with it a lot.
While you're finishing up Gimmick, I do really quick want to plug that Sonic 06 Story Bid War again. It is very close. Shadow with $5. Silver and Sonic are sitting at 0, so you can affect that bid war with a donation as low as $6.
Well, here's Mountain. See how long we're here. Yeah. You can see what I'm going for. It's just going to take a couple tries because this stage is hard. There we go. Alright, I can try, I'll take it. I used to have a pause strap for that stage, but I frankly don't remember it because I discovered it right as I stopped running story mode and never wrote it down. So, you know.
We do very different strats there.
Yeah. My pause strat's similar to what you do, but a little more normalized.
Mhm.
A couple cool stages coming up here. 3D maze. Normally you're supposed to follow the maze around, get rotated. I'm just gonna skip the whole thing.
Yes.
A little bit
That
of
is
a
more
wide
precise than it
curve.
looks.
Yeah, a little bit of wide curve there. I was a little nervous, but got it. Crazy maze, another one where you're just supposed to do things, but I'm not gonna do things. I'm just gonna go to the end. Shoutouts to Labyrinth. The name was given to an SMB1 stage. Oof. Annoying.
Yeah, which, if you talk to Peter about it, he will always complain that Monkey Ball 1 stole Monkey Ball 2's names.
Yep. Originally, in the original Super Monkey Ball 1, they did not have stage names. It was just floor and the number of the floor. But in Deluxe, they were given names, and they gave Labyrinth to an SMB1 stage, and this was originally called Labyrinth, and they renamed it to Crazy Maze.
Anyway, shout out to Peter for in
I'm
second
Peter.
place in this category.
Yeah. That record stood for a long time, too. Almost
yeah.
2 years.
Yeah,
Very
it did.
ahead of its time with a lot of the strat play, and just near deathless, so it made it very hard to crack.
That strat's really cool. You can bounce off the left side up to the middle portion of the stage. That does not work in Monkey Ball 2. You don't go fast enough.
Yeah, we get to skip a couple stairs there.
Stairs in ball game. More stairs in ball game, according to your
Yeah, more
stage
stairs in
name
ball
there.
game. You saw it once before if you're paying attention with Wavy Stairs in Ball Game and World 3, but I'm running with a custom asset bundle. Asset bundle replacement, as long as it doesn't change the gameplay or give you any advantages, is perfectly fine. So doing stuff like text editing, ball editing, which is what the non-binary ball is. It is a customized ball. Shout out to Deadline again for doing that. Deadline does a lot of the custom assets for this game with modding stuff.
And this
I'm
is
more
where
of
we
a
need to
code modder
talk
myself.
about the glitch. This
Alright,
is
it's glitch time.
Twitch storage.
So this game has a weird little thing that does not exist in the original game, where if you retry a stage from the pause menu, you'll notice that Godzilla keeps rolling a little bit. By rolling into the switch on the same frame that the stage resets, I get to have the switch's play effect happen as I retry. So I was able to stay on the top and build up a little more speed and just skip across the entire invisible there, as opposed to being on the lower platform and not being able to speed up.
That skip is extremely inconsistent otherwise.
Shout out to
Time's
Deadline
coming up
again for
very
discovering
soon.
that.
Yeah, time coming up very soon, by the way.
Yeah.
One last pause strat.
Ugh.
Ooh. Looking for a rather specific bounce here.
If not, I can just go around. It's not too bad. Yeah.
You have plenty of time on your estimate, I will say.
Oh, okay. And that's late. Yeah. This is one of the more annoying strats to me. I've always struggled with this pause strat.
It's the one that's really easy to mess up because it's a relatively small frame range, and other frames you can kind of adjust and make them work, but it's very awkward. There it is.
And time.
Nice.
Alright. That went really well for not having done a full run in months.
35:53, by the way. Pretty solid RTA
That's
time.
pretty good for RTA.
Yeah.
It's like really good for RTA, damn.
Mm-hmm. Alright, any shoutouts?
Yeah, really quickly, shout out to the entire Banana Era speedrunning Discord. We have Discord, a Discord that catches the modern era games of Banana Blitz HD, Banana Mania, and Banana Rumble. You could find links to it on all of the speedrun.com pages for all of those games. Again, shout outs to Deadline for doing a ton for this community, including giving me Godzilla to play with, backporting Godzilla from Rumble, as well as the other characters in the bid war. All of those were imported by him, by the way, in some way, shape, or form. Yoko was an option who was animated by him, so was Amigo. Amigo was animated customly by him. So shout out to him for doing everything. And in a transition, shout out to the modding server, Banana Mania Modding. Please pick up this game. It is $7.50 right now until February 6th. Pick up this game, join us in modding it. Custom stages are being added to this game. I worked on it myself. Custom backgrounds are coming. There are custom character tutorials if you want to make characters that look like Godzilla or the other options that you might see on my streams every now and again, please pick this game up, mod it, enjoy it, just celebrate it. We need to put the Monkey Ball games on Steam. We need Rumble to come to Steam. We need to show support. That being said, you can find me on at iswimfly.bsky.social and iswimfly556 on Twitch and Twitter. I will be streaming probably some story mode. Honestly, I've been feeling really good about this and the little bit of practice that I did up to this, and I kind of want to try and push record down below 31 sometime soon.
The way you played today, you should.
As well as the modding stuff that I do. Something else I'm working on right now is putting Super Mario 64 into Banana Mania. Adding actual Super Mario 64 Mario with his physics, his moveset, and all of that. Not just in the ball, like outside the ball into Banana Mania. So please keep an eye out for that. And yeah, if you like my stuff, that's where you can find me. Thank you so much for having me as the Monkey Ball Runner and kicking off Sonic Block. This is a Sonic game. He's in here.
True.
But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you so much.